Okay, he's still good. We know that he's good. He had success, but I didn't really see anything special. But just over the course of the last 2 months, he is playing better StarCraft than I've ever seen him play.
Yeah,
I mean, if you would have told me, Ben, in the start of the season that Ryung was going to make it to the semifinals of GSL Codes, I would have laughed at you. I mean that.
I would have laughed at myself because I would not have thought so. I kind of expected Ryung's season to go much like Ganzi's. You know, certainly a good Korean Terran player, but not somebody who's really a favorite to win these things.
Just like never mind. For a second, I thought we were going to see something really crazy, man. No, that's how I feel as well. But still, both of these guys have a fantastic GSL season. And, you know, like we like to make jokes that Hyun is absolutely undefeated, and I'm a little bit of a fanboy, and that's why I always say that he never loses and just doesn't lose and stuff. But actually, I think that in Codes in this season so far, Hyun might have had the luck on his side. Also, that first group stage where Rain did not show up, he barely made it through. Second group stage, he lost against Marine King Prime. He did make it through after all, after defeating Heck and Yoda. But still, it was 2-1 victories. It wasn't like all super convincing, like that he destroyed absolutely everything that came on his path. Ryung, on the other end, was a little bit more convincing, in my opinion, in GSL Codes so far. Just in the quarterfinal where Hyun played against Creator, I felt, okay, this is the Hyun we know.
And can we say that?
Wow, that's an amazing opening, by the way, Ben.
Yep, scouting the proxy.
Yeah, forcing a cancel. It's pretty massive.
Yeah, it's going to force a change of plans here for Ryung, which is probably not how he wanted things to go down.
But yeah, go ahead. What do you want to say?
I would say that I was really asking. You know, we've seen Hyun in Codes. In NASL, he's been absolutely dominant. But in Codes, he has had some close calls.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
And do you think that maybe the Terran matchup is like his vice? Do you think he struggles against Terran?
No, not necessarily. I think it was more just the pressure of Codes, because it's been such a long time since he was on that stage. And yes, he has won an insane, absolutely ridiculous amount of online tournaments. Like, I think he has won over 50 play-ams, or over 30, and Revival won over 50. At least him and Revival had just like a mutual agreement that they decided to win every single European weekly for 6 months straight. And they kept their promise, man. They said, we're going to do this, and they did it. Now, unfortunately, Revival recently left TSL, and Hyun kind of stepped up his game. He's still winning the 500 euro online weeklies, but he said, I'll leave the 50 bucks for some other people to grind it out.
Yeah, he actually bankrupted Playham. Yeah. They just stopped running tournaments because Hyun kept taking all the money.
Yeah. Or maybe they just stopped running tournaments and still give Hyun the money.
He's like, hey guys, if you just stop doing the tournaments and just pay me, you can only give me half and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Player was like, well,
so it's actually it's much better investment per hour.
Well, you know what also happened? Like, nobody else signed up anymore. Hyun was the only player to sign up for the last 5 play-ams, because he won all of them, and they just said, you know what, we're just gonna stop this. Hyun, you ruined this for everybody. I hope you're proud of yourself. And he always like, yeah, actually I am.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've won so many of them.
I think I'll go win a GSL now. Yeah. Maybe an NASL, and maybe an IPL.
Maybe IPL if I'm not too busy. We see triple orbital right now of Ryung. Of course, it's going to be a little bit later than it normally would be, because he tried to proxy that first Rex, he cancelled it, fell back, made the Rex on top of his ramp, then made a command center. So this is not as quick of a triple orbital as normal. He did get a really good scout off where he spotted the extractor, which I think is super important, man, because who knows what would have happened if he did not see this extractor.
Hyun's building a double overlord right now. I kind of wonder if we're going to see a big swell of Lings here to attempt to punish the fallback plan here of Ryung. And
he's still making links.
Yeah, he is. He's also gotten back on gas.
Yeah, he's making so many links right now. 20 links. It might actually add a baning nest soon as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's a very real possibility. Like you said, Ryung his build is very slow right now because he had a plan, it got scouted, and he's having to change gears very quickly. This is a little bit scary. No baning nest going down, so I guess it's not that big. It's just going to be Zergling only, but this is a lot of Zerglings, Kev. And yes, there's a bunker, but there's only a single Marine in that bunker.
Man with gun.
Oh, man, he needs a bigger gun.
But at the end of the day, you can just lift up this orbital, put the SCVs, well, actually, those SCVs are dead. They're not going to go anywhere. Marines are going to try to cover him from the high ground. These SCVs will fall, and guess this bunker will be salvaged. But, of course, the orbital can just lift off. And, yes, then Ryung is going to be it's going to force Ryung to mine from one base for quite a while. And that's annoying.
Look at the supplies right now. It's 52 to 30. That's a huge, huge difference. And Not only is Ryung forced to lift up and go sit in his main for a little while.
Actually, it's so smart.
He is just.
Yeah, actually, like this is turning out much better, and he's dealing much more indirect damage than I actually thought he would with this. This is going to take quite a while before Ryung is going to be able to clear this low ground, because I mean
he's got 1 barracks. He can't walk down that ramp right now.
No.
He's so stuck.
He's waiting for the. Oh, he's actually making a tag lap. And the biggest problem is you do not want to drop mules. You do not want to drop triple mule on one base, because you're going to mine out this bait at the 10-minute mark.
This is actually an impossible situation for Ryung. Kevin, I don't think that he has a chance. Like, I really think the only thing he can hope for is like a weird kind of 3 command center, 1 base all in.
Maybe bring the orbitals within the all-in.
Yeah, land them on the SCVs or the Zerglings.
Like instead of the triple bunker from the Muslim, just put 2 orbitals over here and lift them up, and then run the Marines below.
You can you know how you can like lift SCVs into command centers, like lift Marines in and have them shoot out of the command center while it's flying.
That's probably the only way. This one Hellion is gonna clear out the low ground at least for now, but that was a very good move by Hyun. He delayed everything for a good 2 minutes. Bailing Nest is going down now as well. He does not know about Siege being researched, but at the end of the day, this Overlord will be able to morph into an Overseer. He doesn't have to sacrifice it yet. Perhaps he wants to see if Banshees are on the way or not, if he has to drop Spores. But he doesn't really have to worry about anything, man. What an excellent start for Hyun.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I love most about the Hyun, man, that he switches his play up oh so often. How many times haven't we seen him 9-pool against the Terran just because he thinks it's command center first? And I mean, I don't think that he would have made all these links if he thought this was just a double orbital. If this, he just knew it was triple orbital.
I think it was so genius because of the way that the barracks was canceled early on. I mean, even if it wasn't a double orbital, double command center, the barracks was started much later. The Marine production was started much later. Like, it made sense just to try it. So I think it's just super insightful, intelligent play. Baneling speed's on the way. Infestor tech is also on the way. I think we're going to see some big Zergling, Baneling, Infestor action happening, maybe with +2. I
mean, this is one of the situations, man, where you absolutely love StarCraft, because it doesn't really matter what you do. Pretty much everything is fine, unless he's just blindly going to rally in lots of Lings and Banelings into siege tanks. Yes, then eventually he could still throw this game. But if he doesn't do that, he is so far ahead, and he's just in fantastic position.
Continues expanding, continues establishing his infrastructure. Now the unit production begins. He's working off of 72 drones against 48 SCVs. Third base has now been landed for Ryung, and I love the siege tank positioning on the high ground.
That's actually, I love it as well. This one tank covers, of course, his third base. This tank covers the natural and a little bit of this third as well, so it's awesome.
Happy little Hellion.
Guys.
No, just sightseeing.
Didn't even use my gun.
It's like when you go on tour, like a safari in Africa, and like the lions attack you.
Why would you carry a flamethrower when you go on a tour in Africa, man? It's hot enough.
There's guys with guns when you go on safari.
Yeah, but the Hellion has a flamethrower.
Well, I mean,
it's not a gun.
I don't know, man. Maybe, actually I have nothing.
You know, I would love to go on a safari once, but I also find it, I don't know, kind of scary in some way. I think it's cool, but a little bit scary, intimidating. And you know, I really love nature and stuff, but I would also get very sad if I see like a lion kill another animal or something like that. You know, some people find that cool. I find it very sad. I know it's part of nature and stuff, and it has to happen. That's how we became who we are. I don't know.
Does it make you mad at the lion?
No, I mean, he has to make a living.
What if the lion killed a dog?
Sorry?
What if it killed a dog?
Oh no, that's not cool. Wow, you're just brutal. You have an evil mind.
No, I was asking. I was about your feelings.
No, no, man. I would not be okay to see a lion kill a dog. Why is that even a question?
No, I'm not asking if you'd be okay. I was would it make you mad at the lion?
Yeah, what difference is it gonna make? It's not like I'm gonna shoot the lion.
What if the lion was trying to eat you?
I'll let him go.
You would just let him eat you?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what destiny is.
No.
If I'm destined to be eaten by a lion, so be it.
But you've got a gun?
I'll shoot myself, then he can eat me. That's probably less painful.
Wow, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Sorry, man. I don't like killing animals.
I would much rather be eaten.
Yes. A couple of Banelings gonna roll in. Kill a couple of
You make no sense.
Oh, fine. 105 links right now on the map for Hyun, man. 105 links.
That's about 3 Zerglings for every Marine.
And 6 happy Banelings.
This is. I think it's safe to say that right now Ryung's a little bit outnumbered. He does have some
still,
excellent positioning.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Oh, he's gonna unseat right now. That would have been a little bit risky. Wow, he sees all these units on his minimap in the sensor tower, and he's gonna unseat. It's kind of a ballsy move.
He's kind of flirting with disaster here. Nice scan. Sees the infestors. He's going to come down and try to do something about it. I don't know if he's...
nice splitting. I like that. Because he could have just run everything down in the clump.
Hyun's just like, I'm not even going to fungal, bro. I'm just gonna walk away.
Wow, 136 links. That's so many links, and he's going to try to engage right now over here on this turret. There is a bunker, but banelings are going to roll in.
Yes, they are, and all these lings are going to catch some Marines out of position, and... like Rotterdam, the Marines are just going to let the Zerglings eat them.
We have a drop. I don't know what to say, man. Just let it go.
Yeah, the drop's going to be pretty easily dealt with. Unfortunately for Ryung. Hyun is just everywhere at once right now. Ryung is going to push out again, but I think he's setting himself up for a huge flank or a huge counterattack. Both equally devastating choices.
I like the way that Ryung controls his army over here. Very smart. Tanks in front, trying to get some shots off on the infestors. Marines behind it, but Hyun is just everywhere at once. Even though these traits are not very effective, man, he's losing so many links right now. Finally, the banelings are
he loses actually all of his Zerglings there. It was very, very sloppy. It didn't have to go that way. That said, he is still staying maxed out. He's adding Broodlords at this point. 50, 60 more Zerglings.
Within 15 seconds, he's going to have 7 Broodlords, but still, Ryung is making this closer than this game should have been in the first place.
He's absolutely right. Broodlords are starting to float forward. Hatchery's taking some serious, serious damage.
Bunker will land. A couple of these Marines.
A couple of Marines going to go down, and honestly, with the Broodlings out, I think these siege tanks might have to reconsider their position.
Lings are going to stream in right now. We still have 73 Lings remaining. They're just going to go for it.
Brutal attack here. Ryung's trying to reinforce, but the Broodlords are just unchecked, man. Marines continue trying to stem and come forward, but I don't think it matters that much. Broodlings and Broodlords together.
If those 3 infestors wouldn't have been there, it actually would have been quite scary. Nice picks up over here by Ryung. Ryung is playing some really good StarCraft. Unfortunately, we're just fighting an uphill battle.
He started from so far behind, Kevin. I mean, I don't really know how you're supposed to recover from a position where you've got 30 supply and Hyun has 60, 70.
Those banelings so close.
Lings are going to try to trap the Marines, but really it's a matter of time, man. It's not a matter of what happens, it's a matter of when it happens as the Broodlords continue to push. Infestor's going to get caught by this turret, oddly enough. But right there. There was a turret there. The Infestors were burrowed. And the units were, they're obviously revealed next to the turret. But the Broodlords bearing down on the natural expansion. The third base has just been ransacked. This one's over, man. GG gets called. Hyun, not surprisingly, but yes, convincingly goes up 1-0. Wasn't the cleanest, but definitely put himself far enough ahead.
He was able to play around a little bit as well, as he took a couple of engagements. I think he normally would never take. Normally would probably feel that, hey, I need to buy some time for myself. I just need to get my Broodlords out. Something he does so well, perhaps better than almost any Zerg in the business. But in this situation, he also knew, I can kind of donate a couple of links and banelings. My start was so good, I can get away with it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Hyun goes up 1-0. Last map brought to you guys by Blizzard Entertainment, makers of fine games like StarCraft.
And Warcraft.
And also
Diablo.
The Lost Viking. And one of my favorite games of all time, Blackthorn. Blizzard made Blackthorn.
Okay, man.
It's a Super Nintendo game.
I did not know that.
Really, really fun game.
You know that I'm one of the few people who actually played Ghost, you know, the shooter game, back then on Xbox.
How did you play Ghost?
I was at the Blizzard World Invitational in 2006 in Korea.
And it was playable there?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, no,
wow.
shooting, it's first-person shooting.
I didn't know that anybody could ever play that.
Yeah, you could play it in 2006 at the World Invitational. I was one of the 2 Europeans who qualified for that tournament. I lost both my games immediately, but
but you got to play Ghost. Wow, not bad. Not bad.
I'm legit, man. What can I say?
Man, I am so jealous. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Hyun versus Ryung, game number 2 after this.